So I was messing around on Facebook today and I noticed that an article got posted which is addressing an issue that I've been really dreading lately, and that is going to be reprints in the Pokemon TCG. So as y'all know, the Best of X and Y set people have been hyping the living hell out of. Has a lot of cards from X and Y that were just absolutely crazy, which hence the Best of X and Y set. But some of these cards like Shaman EX, N, Blacksmith, Mega Manetric, Age Slash, the list goes on. People were thinking that these cards were going to be getting longer life in the standard format or were coming back. This article pretty much means that these cards will not be coming into the standard format, which is, I think, a perfect solution, and I gotta give my hat off to Pokemon because this is such a brilliant way to address this. They have this entire article that pretty much answers everything you need to know. But to sum it up before I even go into it here, cards will be printed with different illustrations, so they'll have different pictures, but they will have the same exact collection number at the bottom right corner, but this little yellow A will be right here. Now there will be some people that don't read this article and will just assume that because that A is there, that is, quote, a different collection number, but they do explain that that is completely false. They will be essentially the same exact card. It's just different illustrations, but they will have the same collection number. A new symbol will be appearing on some Pokemon TCG cards, the yellow A alternate symbol. This symbol may appear when a card is reprinted with a new illustration. For example, the Jolteon EX that appears in the Mega Powers collection is an alternate illustration of Jolteon EX from the Generations expansion. So it has the yellow A alternate symbol in the bottom right corner of the card. Now, I wish I could really bring these up for a larger picture, but you guys can go look at the article if you would need to. In the past, cards like these were typically printed as Black Star promo cards. In some cases, that caused the card to be legal for tournament play in standard format for a much longer period of time. For example, Yveltal EX was released in 2014 as part of the X and Y expansion, which is no longer legal in the standard format. However, the shiny version of the same Yveltal EX was released 2 years later as a Black Star promo card, which continues to be legal in standard after the original card would have rotated out. So they kind of address this here. Most of the time reprints would come out as Black Star promos, which would prolong their tournament life. This, however, the way they're doing it and the way that they are handling it means these cards will just have different pictures, but they're still the same exact card and will rotate out with the original card, which is a freaking amazing idea. Yellow A alternate cards will be legal for tournament play only in formats where the original card is legal. Any card with the yellow A alternate symbol will have the same expansion symbol as the original card and the same collector number with an added A to denote that it is an alternate illustration. If there are multiple alternate illustrations for the same card, those will be numbered accordingly, 28B, 28C, etc. Then they go on to talk about this is really the most important part of this whole thing right here. Specifically this sentence right here, but I'm going to just kind of read this through here. The new version of Mega Lucario EX, also from the Mega Power collection, is an alternate illustration of Mega Lucario EX from the X and Y Furious Fist expansion. The original card has the collector number 55 out of 111, and this one is number 55A out of 111. Since X and Y Furious Fist is no longer legal in the standard format, this new card can't be played in standard format tournaments. This new card can't be played in standard tournament formats. If you ever have that person that did not read this article and swears up and down, up and freaking down, that A means it's a new collector number, just bring them up on this little article here that is on Pokemon.com. This is the official Pokemon.com website. Read them that part because that's pretty much all you need to do. The addition of the yellow A alternate symbol will allow for more alternate illustrations of the card to be created without affecting the Pokemon TCG tournament environment. Be on the lookout for these cards in future products. So, I am extremely happy with this. I feel like this is a perfect, just an absolutely perfect way to address this whole reprint issue, because it was getting to where cards would just flat out just get reprinted after they were rotated, and essentially the rotation would have been like, oh, they rotated out a bunch of common cards and then they hit like 2 or 3 key cards and that was it. But this, however, is fixing that problem. So these cards are basically there's going to be collector items, and of course you can't use them expanded. There will be people that throw up the expanded thing and, you know, will laugh and go, hoo, hoo, hoo. But I play standard, you know, I play in the real format. So, but I noticed that a lot of people were extremely ticked off. I noticed that there was a lot of, I guess, quote, salt, as the kids say these days, about all this, which I just want to kind of touch upon that right now. If you're one of those angry people, in every single TCG you will ever play, you're going to have to spend money on cards over and over and over. That is something that is going to be a ongoing process for when you start the game, and when you finish playing the game is when you don't have to pay any more money, of course. But cards are going to come and go. Okay, decks aren't going to be as good. Cards are going to rotate. You're going to have to keep buying cards. You're going to have to keep buying like the new top stuff. You're going to have to adapt to the format. You're going to have to just do all the stuff that a normal TCG would call you to do. I think that there were people that were in this crazy little world of theirs thinking that, you know, they're going to get to play the same cards for 3 or 4 years and just never have to worry about buying cards again. But of course that's bad for business, and they have to you know, pretty much make this game evolve, no pun intended, and, you know, kind of keep it going. This is probably the best way you could have went about this. I feel like this is just a good solution. You know, they're noticing that cards just need to rotate out. They're addressing that the rotation just needs to happen, and it just needs to, you know, be something serious. You know, like cards are going to be gone. Yes, they can be used and expanded, but once they rotate out, they're rotated out, and they can't be used in a standard format. And this, pretty much this whole sentence right here, like all the way down, is just like the best thing you can do. I'm all for this. I'm just 100% all for this idea. I think it's very awesome, and I'm sorry for those the people who were, I guess, looking forward to Shaman getting re-released and, you know, getting a longer life in the TCG, but, you know, sometimes that just doesn't happen. And I know that there were people who were very unhappy with cards just kind of, you know, coming back over and over and over. I know there are people who weren't happy with Evital coming back repeatedly, even though Evital is one of my favorite cards. I feel it has been in the standard format for way too long. I mean, like it says right here, 2014, and the reprint has just prolonged its life. So definitely cannot wait for the rotation to hit and for a lot of these cards to cycle out, so that way we can get like a, you know, basically a refresh button, and we don't have to worry about, you know, like anytime there's like a reprint set, unless it comes out as a Black Star promo, of course, we don't have to worry about, you know, cards hitting the format and having just a longer life cycle. So yeah, the list will, not the list, crap. The article will be down in the description below, like I said, so you guys go check it out and read all this stuff for yourself, or just have it on deck for whenever someone argues that, you know, these cards are going to become legal again because of the A right here. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I love you. And good job to Pokemon. Thank you, Pokemon, for doing this idea. I feel like this is an absolutely wonderful way to approach this. And this is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out. Take care, guys.